overflow mechanism, so I'm going to put a pipe in that corner, and I'm going to put a pipe in that corner in case I need to put a underwater light in later or change the pump over. So just a few things there. This tar that I've used for coating is it's a water-based tar. Quite easy to apply. Basically, make sure everything's clean. Slap it on. It's very thick. It's like mud actually. Put it on with a brush. Leave it a bit. Coat it again, and that's your sealer. That will seal the concrete. That's basically that. Leave it to dry for 2 or 3 days, and then you can put water in straight away. As you can see, it's holding water now. We've been testing the pump through here. I've now put that back so you can see what that looks like now. With pumps, be careful with one thing I didn't realise as well is that, my father pointed this out, is that you'll see on the back of the box, it says here, 2,000 litres per hour, but depending on the height, you'll see we've got nearly 2 metres, so the actual volume of water drops significantly. You can see 2 metres is only 850 litres per hour. So make sure you get a good pump, the one that's going to do that. This one actually works quite well, so for that distance. The other thing is all with the blue board. Just put it on pause here a second. Okay, so this is probably the hardest part to get right, and still not sure if this is right, but this is the PVC tube. Basically, we've got a T-piece and a tube, and what we've done, we've just drilled holes in the back of here. Just pause a sec. Okay, so you can see the back of the pipe. Just bored holes every 10 centimetres. Used about a 1/8 drill bit, I think it is. Small drill bits. Pump obviously pumps up. That actually then squirts back onto the wall, which will have the stone. Sorry, get the camera right. So these will squirt back onto the wall where the stone will sit, and then fall down and into the pond. Pretty straightforward. I've built this little thing here, some old guttering. Probably don't need to do that. I usually get a bit carried away when doing things, so this just protects the steel and also the blue board if any splash coming this way. This is a sample of the stone, and this stone will obviously be glued to all of that, so the water will run down the stone, as you've seen probably before. Okay, so the blue board basically is complete apart from the little top bit there. I've actually run out of blue board, so just need to get another piece for the top. We have used a blue board cement to just fill in the gaps, and tomorrow we'll sand that down so it's reasonably flat, so it'll take a render. Unsure yet whether we're going to render it completely or use a render paint. I suppose it depends on the finish that you're looking for. We've had an issue with the seal, so we're draining the water. We may have to redo the surface of the bottom. Again, the rubberized paint has actually come away from the cement. That may be a cause of not letting it dry enough. Unsure at this point. Anyway, as you can see, we're basically ready to render and put the stonework on. So we've now rendered the outside and the top. Next part is the rendering of the blue board, which requires some slightly different preparation. We need to seal that and then render that. Welcome back. To play a bit of catch up here because we've kind of almost finished the water feature. This is a primer. You'll need something of this style here. I'll get a bit closer so you can see what that is. Prime seal. You need to paint the entire blue board with that. And then we can go over it with something like this. It's a full cover texture. There are many products. In extract, full coat do one as well. Just found this one a little bit easier to use. Put this on with a trowel, plastic trowel. Basically liberally put it on there, cover everything, and then what you do is you go over it with a circular motion and you end up with a finish similar to a render. The reason I've done that is obviously I want the whole lot to look like one piece. I'll show you the finished product of that in a second. Then for the stonework, you'll need some of this stuff. So just turn that around so you can read that. So you'll need that, and you'll also need a bottle of this. So mix those together, that becomes your tile adhesive. What I've done with mine is I actually put it on the back of the brick, covered that, and then put that onto the back wall. So we'll go and have a look now at the finished product. As you can see, that's the textured finish. Doesn't come up too bad. And that's the rock wall which I've just finished. So with this textured coating, can't really afford to muck around with it. When you put it on, you've got to work it pretty quickly, and like I said, see how the marble effect. You can put it on with a roller, a very lumpy appearance, so I actually found it better to put it on with the trowel. And as you can see, the blue board and the Besser blocks are all the same now, which is the desired effect. Still waiting for that to dry, and once that's dry, all I've got to do is give the inside one more coat of black, and she should be ready to go. One little thing that I found quite interesting, and if you speak to anyone in the hardware shop, they'll tell you you can't do this. But you can buy a sliding compound saw, relatively cheap, less than $300, and you can put a stone blade on them. Apparently you can't do this, but it works absolutely fantastic. See the stone blade? Gone for the turbo there. Use that for cutting the tops of the retaining wall, and also goes through that stone quite well. And the idea being is you can mark it, move the across where you're going to cut, and of course cut it. Absolutely beautiful piece of kit. So don't bother about hiring one. You can buy one of those, and then when you're done, you've still got a really good machine for something else. Of course you can all do it in situ as well. So yep, one little thing I've learned. Hardware shops say you can't do it, you can.